Good evening, teachers and students. Today, I would like to talk to you about what inspired true happiness within me. It was by grasping the present, or carpe diem. The expression carpe diem comes from the ancient Roman poet Horatius. Carpe diem means seize the day or enjoy the present. In other words, it tells us not to be too obsessed with the past, nor worry too much about the uncertainty of the future, and just enjoy the present life to the fullest. I came to this realization from movies and books I have read. The first time I came across the expression carpe diem was in the movie Dead Poets Society. In this movie, the dead poets were the students who were oppressed by strict discipline of the school or society and therefore could not pursue their passion or dream. Then one day, a professor named John Keating comes to the school, and in his first class with students, he says to them, "People will die someday, so stick to your current life before you get cold, before you finish your life." And then he says, "Carpe diem, seize the day." He reminds the students who are forced to sacrifice their present lives to the vague success of the future that happiness in the present life could be just as meaningful. If you are worried about tomorrow as you spend this time today, or if you are spending today reflecting on what happened yesterday, it is telling us to not let this day slip away in regret. Live today to the fullest by seizing the day. This is carpe diem. Another instance of carpe diem I came across was in The Little Prince, written by Saint-Exupéry. The main character, the little prince, meets a fox in his journey to the earth, who teaches the little prince about the meaning of taming. The fox helps the little prince realize that the rose he had left behind on his planet was what had tamed him, and that it was very precious to him because he tended and cared for it. Therefore, the little prince decides to return to his planet to take responsibility of the rose. The little prince's carpe diem was the rose. In the end, what was important was the things not seen with our eyes, but seen with the heart. And it's important to discover the true meaning of my own life in the present, not the past nor the future. True happiness is what around me right now, as the rose was for the little prince. This made me think about the carpe diem of my life. In the past, I thought achievement in both studying and music would bring me true happiness. Back in middle school, I wanted to be the best at everything I participated in. To be the best at studying, and to be the best at music. And I actually achieved good results in many different areas. Focusing on good results and achievements, I thought that doing something better than others and the sense of superiority I felt when I won first place was the true happiness. I thought that chatting with classmates was a waste of time and only focused on doing well and winning. Soon, I was in the third grade of middle school, and I had been thinking about whether to go to an arts high school or a foreign language high school. Even though I had completed my application form of an arts high school, but I thought it would be better, safer, to go to a foreign language high school. And I applied to Michuho Foreign Language High School and passed the entrance exam. After coming to Michuho, my school life was very different from what I had imagined. I thought I would be able to pursue both singing and studying simultaneously and produce good results. However, as soon as I was admitted to Mi Chu Ho Foreign Language High School, the COVID-19 began, and I hardly had the chance to sing and only focused on my studies. The disappearance of singing in my daily life made me doubt myself and lose my sense of purpose in life. So throughout my first year at Mi Chu Ho, I only thought about how unhappy I was by constantly second-guessing myself of what would happen, like if I had attended an arts high school. However, throughout my school life, from meeting various friends and various teachers at our school, my thoughts and attitude toward life began to change little by little. I decided to join the English club, performance club, MASC, at our school because I thought my ability in singing would help to improve the overall performance of the club. However, it was the opposite of what I expected. My friends in the club encouraged me and were supportive of my ability, instead of trying to compete with me. They wanted to give me the highlight of the play so that I would have the spotlight of the performance. They did not see me as competition, but as a friend. This attitude began to change me. During rehearsals, I enjoyed chatting and laughing with my friends and practicing alongside them, regardless of my ability. My competence no longer mattered. It didn't matter whether I was main character or not. I began to look forward to just hanging out with them, to the joy of having fried chicken together or taking the subway to Seoul together. I used to think that I would be happy only when I achieved more and did things better than others. But I have realized that true happiness came from the little things found in my daily life. In a famous animated film, Kung Fu Panda, Wu Wei says, "Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift." That is why it is called the present. I now know and enjoy the small but precious happiness that comes from my daily life, instead of trying to grasp the happiness made of accomplishments and achievements in the future. The present and the little things it brings is a gift. By cherishing the present became my gift to own. Thank you.